Once again, welcome to Never Split the Party podcast, guys. We are streaming Starfinder. If you haven't been watching for the past 4 episodes, you will be able to catch up on YouTube. We've got first episode up already. Check the little scrolly thing down the corner if that's still working. That should have our YouTube link on there. And for now, I am Dustin, also known as the Arbitrary Nerd, and I am the Game Master, whether I like it or not. And let's go clockwise, and I'm not going to call on you. Go!
That'd be
clockwise from you.
From which one?
It's Mike.
Switch
It's Mike.
Mike.
You know what? I'm gonna hand. Oh, okay.
Got this.
All right. I'm Michael, and I'm playing Zero, who is an android operative.
Oh, okay. I'm up next. I'm Nick. I play Brawl, and he's an Armor Storm soldier.
I'm Chris, aka Gutskitter. I play Milla, who is Isoki mechanic.
My name is Patrick. I play Reich, a Lashunta envoy. He's pretty popular, very handsome.
Reich, is that how you say it?
Yes, it's like rice, said by Zach de la Rocha from Rage Against the Machine.
I'm glad you confirmed who that is because I had no idea.
My name's Justin. I'll be playing Seeker, the android technomancer.
I have now, canonically in my head, changed your title to Techno Dancer.
Techno dancer? Well,
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
I'm sorry in advance.
I just got the image of the Techno Viking, except small and awkward.
All right.
I bet you get that a lot.
Yes.
I was saying small and awkward because of the Yosoki, and then I realized he's not a Yosoki, so I just seems like I'm being mean to my friend.
I thought you were going on the whole Portuguese thing again.
No.
I was like, come on.
No, I just messed up.
It was a very Pat thing to do. Just saying, so you know.
No, I've been trying to keep that out of this.
Yeah, awesome. You guys are doing great. We're moving on before we have to cut the entire beginning of the episode.
Too late.
Does anyone have any announcements for this episode or
Yes.
past episodes?
I just fixed it so my camera doesn't autofocus.
Good job.
I would like to announce that I'm excited to start the session. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
I'm not sure either of you understands how the announcement section works.
I just made an announcement. You did too, right, Nick?
Yeah.
Right here, buddy. Right here. High five.
At least it wasn't a glorious waste of time.
Anybody else have an announcement to make that they're fine and they don't have any announcements to make?
Yeah.
Nah, I've got an announcement. If you guys have a minute, I'd recommend giving a listen to the Cosmic Crit podcast. We're also doing Starfinder. They've been super cool on Twitter, sharing our stuff. And I've only listened to a little bit of them. I do plan on catching up. Strongly
That was
recommend
my next question.
branching out. Yeah, shut up. And if you guys would not mind, any of you use Twitter, find us. We are at NSTPcast, and we'd love to boost our following on Twitter because that's where we'd like to start doing some more advertising and likely where we'll start to be doing some giveaways and things like that, assuming we get to that point, which I'm considering.
All right.
All right. If you guys have nothing else, we will get to the recap. Last episode, you guys made your way through Dead Dome, the Forbidden Dome that's a part of Pyramid Station Alpha, where you guys were searching for a starship that you saw crash down. You encountered another survivor from your first encounter upon entering the dome, one of the scavengers, who you let flee deeper into the dome. And then you guys also encountered a Vesk soldier who was dressed in all white, really fresh-looking, kind of uniform-style armor, where you guys engaged him pretty quickly as he was preventing you from going any further towards the starship. And he was eventually put down by Miller with a laser blast to the head. I have one addendum to that encounter, and it's relevant to our player, Patrick, with Rye. Turns out, tactical doshkos, the weapon the guy was using, the big, weird-looking axe thing, turns out actually part of its issue is that it cannot make attacks of opportunity.
Because it's
So you took a pretty big hit that you did not deserve. Going forward, I'll obviously remember this for the, I forget what it is. I think it's called unwieldy weapons. or unwieldy. I think it was unwieldy. But I think you're still down health. If you remember what you took,
I do.
get your health back. And we'll say
Oh,
that was a little bit of a retcon there. I don't think it'll matter going forward in this episode, but knowing you guys, who knows? Pick a fight with a couple of rocks, and
So this is also when we're going to introduce the metagaming punishments. Since Dustin clearly just wanted to kill Pat, that's metagaming.
It's almost like
that
there's a
is
theme there.
that is totally fair. And we need to do. Perfect. Okay. After you guys took down the Vesk, the starship door opened, and you were greeted by a robotic-looking fella. Guy, mostly gray, dingy colors, treads on his feet. He's about, let's say, 5 feet high. He's got mechanical arms and a head that's like a facsimile of a human face, but it's like closer to like a C3PO looking thing where it's very static. And it just gives you something to look at when you're talking to. As I said last time, if you guys are familiar with Short Circuit, which you should be, looks like Johnny Five with a more humanoid looking face. The door opens, the robot appears, and he says, "Thanks, I thought that guy would never leave." And we pick up there.
Hey, Hush, is this guy related to you? He
Oh.
looks at Zero.
Who's Hush?
He's looking at Zero.
Who's Zero?
So
That was in character, by the way.
Oh, so they don't
Hey,
quite
Hush,
get-
is this guy related to you?
very funny.
Yeah,
Obviously,
he gives a clap on the shoulder and kind of just walks by you.
Can he reach his shoulder?
He hops.
Oh, okay. There we go. There we go.
He claps your inner thigh.
Actually, you know what? Inner thigh would work better. Tap right in the inner thigh. All right.
What's Zero's reaction to that?
No
Does he
reaction.
understand the implications?
Nope. No reaction whatsoever.
I lean over to Seeker. Do you guys have cousins?
Oh. I have no idea. I guess we're all siblings in a way.
No, this guy is here, and he points to Wally here.
The robot's head swivels from the Yusoki to the android and says, "No relation, actually."
Oh, you don't say.
Again,
they look nothing
I
alike.
I just said it.
Yeah. All right. Well, my name's Milla.
Hi, Miller. I'm RX-011. My friends call me Rex.
Rex.
You have friends?
Searching database.
I would assume he has at least 10 of them.
No information at this time.
I mean, if you're number 011, you got to have at least 10 other siblings.
My
Searching
favorite-
database. No records at this time.
Oh.
My favorite thing out of character is if Dustin's internet starts to short out on us. He kind of sounds robotic, so this will be great.
Yeah.
Can I make a quick intelligence roll, but engineering check to see if I know what kind of robot this is?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna do that as soon as I open up this. There we go. Doop. Plus 8. Roll. 21.
Sure. Yeah. You get a pretty good look at it. It doesn't in any way react to your inspection. Model doesn't seem to be a registered model that is used often. That doesn't mean that you are familiar with every type of android, or sorry, robot. You are an android. Every type of robot or cybernetic thing. But in terms of like what's standardly used, which you'd see around Pistol or space stations or the Academy, or even no, you don't really have a homeworld. So those places, you don't recognize it at all. It does look to be unique. Now, it's not doesn't look overly advanced. You've seen robots with treads. You've seen them with similar designs. This one just does not particularly look like a brand, like a store brand.
Okay. Seeker's going to approach. Oh, hello there, Rex. My name is Seeker. Nice to meet you. I can't find any records of your model in my databanks.
Searching database. Hey, me either.
Oh, wow, we have something in common.
So,
I think we
Rex,
get along quite well.
Yes,
Wow.
friend.
just Milla. Or friend. Well, it's fine. But what brings you here into our neighborhood?
The starship behind me.
Yeah. Who's riding it?
Rex, are there any surviving crew members?
Hard to say. They all escaped once the shooting began.
Rex, can you tell me if there's any damage to the ship here?
Oh, yes.
Can I get a damage report?
There's damage.
Specifically? Where?
Mostly on the exterior. The interior, fortunately, is still not complete, so did not have much to get damaged. I'm a little shaken up, though.
Oh, you look fine. You look fine.
You're emotionally invested.
Excuse me, Mr. Lashunta?
Are you trying to say
I-
that synthetic beings do not have feelings?
I didn't say that.
Not you.
Oh, keeping out of this one.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Let's.
No. No. Not
Milla
not
grabs
all of-
Brawl. Is like, let's get out of here.
not all. I mean, this one may, but not all.
Hey, Mouse. You might find a shovel in the cargo bay.
Who?
You.
Amos?
Nope, just Mouse. You're lower
Mouse.
than a rat. I should know.
That's mean.
Anyways, please don't listen to Rye here. He's a little bit daft.
Should I add that to the programming protocols?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Conflicting commands.
Ready, will majority vote. Who thinks he should add it?
Vetoed.
Got it. I have to open up the camera. I don't have you guys the camera open.
None of them
Seeker
raised their
raises
hand.
his
They
hand.
all love me.
The creature points to one of its like clawed hands at the corpse behind you, still kind of steaming out of its head hole. Do you guys plan on doing anything about that?
I'd like to, yeah. I'd like to get out by all in here. What is the name of the ship?
Hold on, searching database.
No records found.
This is GX model 001.
All right.
Name? What kind of a name are 2 letters and numbers?
That's clearly a
excuse
model
me.
number.
Damn it.
And what's wrong with numbers?
He's doing it to himself, which is the best part.
Yep. Again, there's a shovel in the cargo bay.
I'm sorry, that's the ship's classification number. Technically, it does not have a name.
See? I was right.
How did the ship end up crashing here?
Uh,
The voice.
It was attacked by searching database assumption pirates, and that caused the ship to crash. Also, addendum: it did not help that the crew evacuated immediately.
What was the previous crew?
Searching database, I don't know.
Rex, what kind of repairs do we got to do in order to get this thing flying?
You have or should have standard hovering and very limited flight capabilities. Maneuverability, no. And long distance flying, no.
All right.
I seem to remember that we are being chased by as Rye
That's-
put it, a big scary man. Perhaps
He
we
was big.
might
He was
want to.
scary. Not sure if it was a man.
Well,
Just saying, in this politically correct world that you guys are putting me in,
Glim has got it right. We got to get the hell out of Dodge.
So because it's not a robot, you remember these things?
I just look over at Zero, and I look back, and I don't say anything.
Oh, look, he is modeling himself after Zero. How cute.
did you just call me Glimmer?
Glimmer, yeah.
Okay,
Kinda,
I get it.
On account of your glimmering personality.
Oh, that's very thoughtful.
You're welcome.
Hey, Rex, do you have any alcohol?
Ooh.
That's a negative, Mr. Lashunta.
I hate this ship. And I just walk off to explore a room.
Inside of the ship,
Are we inside the ship?
you guys are at the door.
Yeah.
Oh. May we come in, Rex?
Okay. I immediately just start walking up like I own it.
What? I go, whoa,
Rex.
whoa. What are we doing with that guy?
Bring him
Rex,
on.
are there any defenses active in the ship?
So first, I'll answer in order. Brawl was referring to the corpse of the Vesk. Into Rye, who I sincerely doubt even slowed walking. There is no response. And to Zero, Rex turns to and says, "Nope, not a single one. Not any single one."
Hey, Rex, can you check and see if you have sustained any damage?
Self-diagnostics say not clear.
All right. Can I take a quick look at him then?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Do you want us to take a look at the ship? I am an engineer.
Wait,
I-
did
I'm
you
a mechanic.
just ask to interface with a complete stranger?
Yes,
I know, right?
Seriously? Zero, what do you have to say about that?
Stupid, fleshy people.
I thought
Now
so.
that's racist. I shout from inside the ship.
You hear echoes throughout.
Y'all can
Alrighty.
sort out your own problems.
Rex,
Every
can you
time.
take me to the engine?
Would we have any idea where we should take the ship? Like what docking bays would be best to say keep the ship hidden?
There aren't really many options. Industrial 1 and 2 have their own docking bays. I believe you guys all jettisoned out of. I'm trying to think where you guys.
More
Was it?
specifically, say, would I have any knowledge of which one, what's the name, Draenor, half-orc, which one he'd want me to go to? Or us to go?
No. And also, he wasn't, in terms of your conversation, probably not expecting a full ship.
I would like to also say something, but I think that'd be a metagame. So no, I'm not going to.
Hey Rex, can you take me to the engine room?
Sure. I can do that.
Hush, you want to come with?
Yeah, I can offer some assistance.
All right.
All right. So in roll 20. Oh, have I switched you guys over to this map yet? I probably have not. Oh, I did. Good for me. So this is the map. Again, you've got the view, the ship Lakota name. That is not the name of the ship. However, that's the name of the model from 0 Hour, where we are using the image from. The exterior view color is just slate gray. There are no red highlights or anything like that. But otherwise, that's the way the ship looks with, not being skeleton view. And then you've got 3 floors here. You're looking at the let me see. I'll actually start highlighting things. This is the.
Let me just stop you real quick, Dustin.
Yep.
Vulture just came up. Just asked a valid question. Metagaming is just making action based out of game knowledge. We as characters can't act off of knowledge that we know as a person. If that makes
This includes things like spoilers, but it also includes things like
Knowledge that one character might have
Yeah.
that another does not.
Which is
That-
what
that's
I
the
was
most-
trying not to say earlier.
Yep.
Exactly.
That's the most popular thing. So I don't have any interest in shutting people off. So if I'm like just talking specifically to, let's say, Rye, who's off in another room, and he learned some information, all the other players heard me, but they have to act as if their characters do not know this. And if they don't, that would be metagaming.
Right.
You'll hear
And
a
you
common
randomly
phrase:
die as a result.
"Is metagaming is a sin?" I will often drop space rocks on people who metagame. That's not true. I haven't actually done it, but I consider it, and I
Sprox.
punish you later.
We're
Yeah,
usually
that would
pretty
be
good about
metagaming.
not metagaming.
Back to the ship. The top level is here. It's just a small couple of rooms. There's the bottom level, which is over here. It's just a cargo bay. And then the mid level of the ship is the bulk of the ship. Just so you guys know what you're looking at. The entrances are here,
You
where
should
you
probably
guys
not
are
say
entering.
here.
I'm so sorry. Mid-ship, just past the engines, but before you get into the bulk of like the cargo area, they are mid-level, and they are both what is that?
Port and starboard.
Starboard and port side. Even though I don't know the difference.
Neither do I.
But I know it's not fore and aft because that's
One's
the other
lefty,
way.
one's righty.
Fine. That's how the entrance. And thank you, J-Man. So you guys are here on the left side of the ship, and you are entering through there. And Rex kind of strolls off, or I guess I would say rolls off with Miller, and takes him towards the
As we
aft.
As well as
actually,
Zero.
as we actually enter the ship, I'm going to recommend that he seals the door again.
He does it immediately, leaving leaving Brawl and Seeker on the outside.
Wait, you sealed it
and-
on us?
Yep.
Oh.
And the engines are over here towards the
I'll
back
ask
of the
him to
ship.
Let the other two in. And then,
The door will open to you guys. It is now responsive. Quick query: are you leaving the corpse outside?
No.
I did say to bring it in
Why didn't you pick it up then?
because I was already doing the important thing of walking into the ship.
Man, it's right. He's never going to touch that.
Not my thing.
So you'll
Besides,
notice
you might think it's beautiful and you can pose it.
It's who me
Hey,
and
Brawl,
it's
art
me and
aside.
Brawl,
What are you
right?
doing
On
with-
the outside?
what are
Yep.
you doing with Brawl and Seeker specifically? What are you guys doing with the corpse?
First off, I'd like to see if there's any, like, in the previous map, if there's anything, or anywhere that I could, like, dump the body as opposed to bringing it on board with us, because we're not going to want to have, like, a corpse on the ship.
So off towards the edge of where you guys encountered the Vesk, there's a crashed building. You could theoretically push him over there, but unless you were to climb down into the gutted out innards of the building, you wouldn't really have a way to make it more effective other than just pushing him into like a ditch.
Have we searched his body for any sort of communication device or anything that might give us some information on his mission, etc.?
that was something.
Did we
were
do
supposed to
loot
get.
last time?
We did loot,
Yeah, we-
but I don't know if we specifically were
I
like
didn't
searching
think
for any
we-
sort of.
No, the only thing that we actually looted was that it was his
Yeah.
weapon. Dustin said he was going to come up with loot for today.
I do have loot if you guys want it. Who
Yeah.
searched?
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I guess myself and Seeker.
Yeah.
I'll allow that. You guys find on him of value, and you may or may not take it. You got the tactical Doshko. The armor he's wearing is hidden soldier armor. He was not wearing his helmet, but he does have it on him. Or at least he wasn't wearing his specialized helmet. The hidden soldier is actually just like a little visor as you see out of it. He was wearing a more custom helmet, but that's just literally for atmosphere issues. And he has a cred stick with a value of 2,000 credits on it.
Ooh. Split it
Nice. Yeah.
up.
If you guys are looking for anything more in depth, I'd need a perception check.
Yeah.
Unless there's a better search.
I'm not so good at this, but yeah, sure. Let me roll you some perceptions. Got 3. My eyes yet again jam.
What were you looking for?
Never fails.
Just anything in particular. You want to take a look?
Yeah, I'm actually going to take a look for like any like affiliation, like any emblems or things like that.
Sure.
And
We did hear him slip up a little.
Yeah. Which is why I'm trying to find like some sort of personal device, whether it be a personal computer or something that might have info on his current mission or who he actually works for. We did hear the
16?
Whatever.
Seeker isn't able to see anything. Are you guys taking the armor with you, or are you leaving on him? Taking it
I
off
would
the
like to
part-
take the armor.
Okay.
So at this point, I'm
should
gonna
just
look
bring him
at.
in.
See, yeah, we should probably take him on the ship.
Okay, so you
It's
take him
probably
on
a
the
good
ship.
idea.
Somebody grabs a tactical doshko.
I imagine I would try to carry that as opposed to Seeker.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you've got the doshko, and someone's got the 2,000 credits, and then you guys are taking the hidden soldier armor off. And as you are, Brawl, you don't notice anything affiliation. It actually looks like the armor might have been intentionally scrubbed of any affiliation. There's like a couple spots where an emblem would make sense. Maybe even looks like it's missing. And what you do find, however, is a pinhole camera, like attachment to the breastplate.
So let's see. Seeker,
Yes.
you good with cameras?
I'd say I know my way around them.
Take a look at this, and then I point to the pinhole camera in the armor.
I wonder if this is...
This broadcasting anywhere?
That's what I was just wondering. Let me see. Let me take a look at it. So I'm gonna give a what would that be? Engineering check.
I'll give it. I think I'd call it engineering.
Okay. Cool. Engineering check coming up. Boop. +8. Roll. 17.
You notice that there doesn't seem to be any broadcast capabilities on the device, but it does have storage.
Okay. I can't tell if it is broadcasting at all, but I do know it's got to be saving this data somewhere. So we should be able to rig it up to a computer terminal and see what's on there. But I say let's get inside for now.
You guys are inside. You
Oh,
dragged
we
the
are?
body on.
Okay,
Yep.
Yeah.
let's get everybody together and talk about this.
All right. So while you guys are doing that, I'm gonna go to Rye. Rye, what are you doing?
I am looking through the. I'm basically trying to roam around the ship, trying to figure out the layout, looking for things that are important to me. The most comfortable room. Is there a kitchen? More importantly, the most comfortable chair.
right.
I am looking for a library and media room, and also, if I have the time, checking out the bridge.
Okay. So I'm gonna have you stroll. You're gonna go to the fore of the ship, staying mid-deck. You notice, quickly taking a glance back towards aft, there appears to be a conference room. But if you go fore, the first rooms you encounter. Let me take a look. I have two different. You see what appears to be a privy and stairs that go both up and down. On your right, on your left appears to be an unused room. It is not completed, but there is space for something to be added. As you continue on, you reach the crew quarters. The first room on the right is also unused and empty and vacant. No bed, no nothing, despite the image. It's got nothing in it. On the
Aw.
left is the first crew quarters, and it's just a small little room with a cot, personal storage. And there are 4 more of those rooms. The next 4 rooms on your left and right are all crew quarters with single beds, single cot-like things. A couple of them have desks in them. A couple of them do not. Actually, I think they all have desks, don't they? Let me take a quick look. I'm looking at a smaller image as well. No, some of them just have storage. Some of them have desks. They have some different things on them. But they're pretty plain and Spartan, nothing exciting. And as you get to the very end of the ship, you enter the forward bay, which has nothing in it. It is just a completely empty space. It could be turned into cargo space. It could be turned into something else. But right now, there's a pretty big, large, empty space. And if you double back to the stairs, I will actually say you take the time. Though they might actually grab you before then. So let's go down to. Let's grab what are Zero and Miller doing with Rex.
All right. So we asked Rex to lead us to the engine room.
He takes you aft once you enter. You guys go through. Hold on, I've got the little key. Like a little lounge area / conference room with like tables and a larger chair. Chairs and a larger table. So you've got 6 chairs around a table. It could be maybe a dinner table, maybe a meeting room. Not actually. There's no furnishings beyond that, other than like a couple of couches and things. There's no kitchen that you can see, but you think maybe one would make sense back here. There's no galley or anything like that. I don't know if you call it different on a spaceship. Whatever. You do notice that there are spots for escape pods off of this room. However, they're all empty. And let's see, 9 is engineering. Once you get on, again, for both sides, each engine, which is on both sides in the aft of the ship, there are engineering rooms for each engine. They do seem to have some connection, so if you were on any computer terminal related to engineering, you could affect both of them. But in terms of repairs, you may need to do spot repairs separately.
All right. So is there a spot where I could do a quick diagnostics check?
Yeah, there's a computer space in the engine rooms.
All right. Should I do an engineering or computers check?
This would be engineering. The computer has no restrictive access, and you are at least capable of using a computer. And yeah, you're
All right. 19.
19. You notice that due to an issue with some sort of damage, you're not exactly sure where, and it's not very clear. It does seem that you have very limited capacity in the ship's range. You could get it hovering, which is only useful while you guys are still inside the dome. Once you reach open space, you'll have very little thrust capacity, maybe a couple of pushes, and then you'll be coasting.
All right. And you said that there's no maneuverability either?
Yeah, you guys really wouldn't be turning the ship without getting creative.
All right. So Miller looks at Zero and says, well, I think our two biggest things to get this thing moving would be to get thrust capacitors and get maneuverability back up on the up to the bridge.
I see. We should run some type of more comprehensive diagnostics on the computer.
Mm-hmm. Be my guest.
Also, Mike, you've gotten a little quieter. I don't know if you can fix that. Don't shut your computer off because you'll piss Justin off.
I shouldn't have to. It's probably just because I haven't talked in a while.
All right, so are you giving me a computer check?
12.
Why is that not showing? Oh, there we go.
I just want to point out really quick that we can help each other with this stuff too if we want to wait till we're all together, because I'm pretty good with computers. I think both of you are good with computers.
Oh, I was just assuming we're doing quick spot checks and not having time to really help each other out.
You've got general access to the computer, Zero, but you're not able to notice anything else off. The only thing I'll say you notice is that it seems like most systems just aren't activated.
All right. So I will relay that. Miller, it looks like most of the systems aren't active, and we need probably Rex to activate them or show us where we need to go to activate them. So probably the bridge.
All right.
Rex, next to you, says, "Oh, I think you've got the wrong idea. I actually don't belong here."
I think I could get if we could get to a certain place, I think I know a group of guys who could help us get this fixed, but we need to be able to get there.
You guys are not particularly far from the standard docks into the industrial domes.
I just assume that we're not going to want this to be on record.
That would be the other thing.
Yeah. And I'm sure that Miller would know people.
He probably doesn't have too much connection after only being there for a month, but at least Sal's crew might be not a bad option.
Mhm.
But most of the
Not
other
to
people,
collect payment anyway.
yeah, most of the other people are scavengers that you work with, not so much technical
So-
crews.
I could also bring up, or I will bring up, that Draenor Half-Orc hired us to basically search this ship for anything of value and bring it to him. Me and
Do you really want to give it to him? This thing is it's a
well,
fixer upper, but
he didn't ask for the ship.
technicalities. I like you, buddy. I like you.
But he probably might have some knowledge of where we could bring this, undetected.
Let me talk to Sal's crew first. Your guy seems a little too underground, if you know what I mean.
Two things happen.
Okay.
Brawl and Seeker, after having grabbed Rye, who's walking back this way, find you guys and motion that you guys should meet. They are carrying the body of the vessel, or the armor. I don't know what you guys are doing with the body.
Oh,
and
It's just a body.
Yeah, the
Hey,
body's with you guys.
Yeah.
And at the same time, you guys hear clang, clang, clang as something bangs on the outside of the ship, knocking as if on a door.
Rex, how do you go about exactly making this thing hover?
You would need to get into the command center, the control room on the upper deck, and you would, hit the buttons that make it go.
hey, Rex. There are cameras to the outside. Can we see who's knocking at our door?
For clarification, point, my name is Rex, not Rex. Thank you. And I'm sorry, could you repeat yourself? I was too busy working on my response.
Cameras make us see the outside.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, absolutely not. No security systems. I thought I covered this already. You could open the door.
Let's
I
not.
can
No,
open the door.
no. Hey, Miller,
Outside of
want to
any-
learn a new toy?
Kinda.
Want to go
Outside
see
of
if
any
you can make this
security
thing
device.
go uppity up?
Is there any way for us to physically look outside without opening the door?
Hold
Good
on,
clarification.
Let me look at the exterior portion of the ship. No, there aren't any windows that actually give you a vision of the door.
Did Brawl and Seeker tell us about the camera?
Not yet.
Okay.
Are we
That
all in the
would've
same
been
room yet?
You guys are all in the same
Yeah,
room,
we're all in the same room.
and you all hear this knocking sound.
I'm not gonna think to mention it at the moment. If we hear that knocking, I don't feel in character that it's important to mention the camera.
Seeker, in his boundless wisdom, starts moving towards the door.
I immediately start. No.
Hey, why'd you guys bring the body on the ship?
Oh, first of all, to search it a little bit more, and also,
Did you find anything?
yes, we did. But
For the record,
that's not
that is
important right
very
now. There's
close
somebody
to
knocking.
metagaming, and I'm very close to dropping space rocks.
But there's somebody knocking at the door. We should let them.
Yes, and it's probably related to this guy here. What we should do, I mean, we could stand the body up, open the door, push it out, knock him over, close the door.
I figured we might want to
Because we don't
do
want
a
this
little
on
bit
the
more thorough search and possibly
Does
maybe
the
dispose
entrance
of
to the
it
door
in a way that
have?
doesn't incriminate us.
Is there any type of airlock?
Also, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
No,
Is
Mike
there
has a
type
good
of
question.
Is there any type of airlock?
No. It's there's like a brief area in between the entrance door and like the entrance of the ship. It's like a stand for like a single person. So if you had to decompress for whatever reason, or you don't open straight into space, but there's no like view outside of there. The only other exit from the ship, other than that door, would be technically the escape pod or the lower hangar. And again, there are doors on both sides of the ship.
Rex, how maneuverable is this ship in floating mode
It isn't.
at all?
It can go forward, backwards, left and right, all that fun stuff. But you can't turn right now.
Anyways, as I was saying, I brought the body aboard because Brawl had found a camera on him.
Is it running?
So if we want to get,
camera?
if we leave him there, they're gonna see whatever was on that camera, and we killed him. So,
Yes, we.
Anyways,
all right.
I really want to answer this door.
Let's
Don't
not.
answer the door. Smash that camera.
Yeah, smash the camera. We'll throw this guy in the back.
No! Don't smash it. We can find out what was on. Maybe we can find out why this man was after us. Or after the
break the
ship, I
lens.
mean.
Break the lens.
We need to look over the data.
All right.
And you don't have to break it, just cover the camera.
Does anybody got duct tape?
Cover the lens.
It's not broadcasting as much as I can tell.
All right. Well, we should probably get the hell out of here.
I had
agree.
I look at
We
Rex.
still got the guy at the door.
Yeah.
I look at Rex. Does this have an intercom?
Does the ship have an intercom?
No. Do you have? Yes. Does the ship have an intercom?
Doesn't like to be referred to as it. How rude.
The
Furry.
ship has a personality?
Of course
Of
it
course
has.
it does.
Jesus.
The ship does, yes, have an intercom.
Okay. We need to Miller, I need you to get to the cockpit as
Yeah, you
fast
got it,
as
buddy.
you can go.
All right.
Miller, I assume, scampers off to the cockpit.
Laughing because he said cockpit.
Brawl, I need you to stay here at the door in case anything goes funny.
I could do that.
Okay. The other two?
Zero's heading up to the cockpit.
Thank you.
Good
Zero.
enough.
Oh, since
gonna
I'm
go
still
look at the
carrying
computer
the
systems.
Don't open the door.
Fine.
I run to the cockpit.
I'm gonna
Alright,
try to use this weapon that I picked up from the guy. I'm holding it in case I need to.
Could you guys give me an initiative roll? This is how the order I'm gonna ask you guys what you're doing in.
17.
7.
22.
11.
I also got 11.
Woo!
Mine's
That's
plus
secret.
6 though, so.
Yeah.
Compensating. Okay. I'm assuming the +6 wins.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Zero. As you're heading to the cockpit, you arrive. Let me describe the cockpit to you and those heading towards it as soon as I find the image again. Oh, all right. So as you guys go up the stairs, which is near the laboratories, lab, whatever, the bathrooms, you notice that there are a couple of stations here. To the, so we'll call it the back end of this command area. Do I actually have a name for it? Is it numbered? 11. What's 11? The operations room. You notice that there are, what are those stairwells go up to? 12 is, it looks like you have access to turrets, although there are no turrets on the ship. The two stations next to the turret wells are gunnery stations. At the back end, the aft end of the operations room, it would be where like the technical area for like a science officer. Is a science officer? Is that the role?
That sounds right.
Yeah, I'm going with it. I should have gotten some help there from the goddamn technomancer, but that's
Well,
And then as you guys get into the 4, you enter the bridge, which has seats for the pilot and ostensibly the captain. It would be a co-pilot or the captain. It's fine. With just some other like generic information like system information and a couple of computers that give you access to the ship.
All right. Zero will immediately head for the pilot seat and is going to prepare for immediate takeoff. Or
Zero, I
lift.
think this is relevant to you. Could you give me a perception check?
13.
It's a ship. Okay, continue on.
Is heading straight to the pilot seat and is going to prepare for like an emergency liftoff or hover.
Okay.
I guess in this case.
Yep. The hover, all that, the flight systems, computer system is very accessible. It's not going to fight you, and because you guys aren't going for flight, I'm not going to try and look up the rules for space flight because I don't know them yet. But you can see that
Nice.
the hover ability is accessible, and you guys would be able to do it. It's basically like a parking mode.
Out of character. From can I make a I don't know what kind of check it would be to remember Mike and Zero and Miller's schooling, if I remember anyone being particularly good at piloting or engineering or anything like that, just as a sense of
I'll give you a character background info on it. Because of the exercise you guys had that kind of had your first interaction, the one that's going to be coming up in character interviews, which we started finally recording this week. You'll learn about the incident that happened on the Infinitum, and due to that, Patrick, Rye is aware that everyone's classification is aware of everyone's classification because of the roles they were fulfilling during the exercise you guys are doing.
Oh, good, because I forget out of character.
No, that's fine, and I'm going to give it to you. You know that specifically Zero was in terms of like on the bridge was in the pilot role, and that seems to be what he was going for. And then Miller was gunnery. Is that what it was?
Okay, I had you two.
Oh no, you're the
mixed.
engineer. I'm so sorry. You're the engineer.
I had you two mixed in roles. My apologies. I meant for the pilot to go to the pilot. I meant to make sense.
I can see you mixing up the androids, but
you guys
all
missed
the
it. But
same.
Pat actually gave everyone else orders and then said "you guys," specifically referencing the androids. But I didn't. It's fine.
That was just because my brain. I mixed up the two. Otherwise, I would have.
Right.
Oh, shut it. As soon as they get up there, I turn to Miller and quickly say, "Learn whatever you can about this as quick as you possibly can. What looks like an intercom?"
I'll also inform.
I'll come
them
back
that,
to you. I am still working on. Wait, where's my?
I am going to let the two of them know that I'm ready to start moving on a moment's notice.
I clap him on the shoulder in what I hope transfers confidence, but might not.
Okay.
I just kind of look at him and go back to what I was doing, as if it doesn't matter.
Okay. So you're ready to go. You're hovering over the hover. And Miller, you're up.
So halfway down, he watches. So he was laughing at the whole, cockpit joke, and then he stops and says, "Wait a second, I'm not looking to fly. I need to get to engineering." And he turns around and goes to the back of the ship.
Okay. And what do you do when you get to the engineering area?
I am. Oh, actually, I have the rules for everything here, but I'm looking to get everything patched up so that we could just get out into space. So I'm ready at a moment's notice to set everything in motion to get these thrusters on and at least get us out of this area.
All right. I will clarify what your deal is then. Ships reporting no damage that would prevent you from going into space. There's no hull breaches or anything like that. Which seems a little bit miraculous considering how it crash landed. But you guys didn't see the actual specific crash, so you don't know how controlled or not it was. And in standard context, Starship hulls would be made probably much sturdier than the buildings in the factory dome, especially the residential district where it crashed. So it's not that surprising. There was no internal explosions, which is really what prevented damage. In terms of what your maneuverability is specifically, you have the ability to fire off maneuvering jets, which in space will literally let you go. You have control of any direction that you need to go in terms of up or down, and then left, right. We'll call it north. We'll call it north, south, east, west, up and down. How about that? There we go.
It's almost like we've tested these mechanics
strafing.
before.
Is what you're saying, basically.
Well, these are not the mechanics, Nick. These are actually very specific restrictions you guys are under. Basically, you can push in a cardinal direction or up and down, and it is very much like a push. Basically, you shoot out a little bit of energy into one direction, and your ship coasts the other way. That is all you guys have. So, in terms of maneuvering, it's almost none. You could theoretically get around Pyramid Station Alpha to some extent, though, which is what I'm getting at.
Right. My thoughts were to. Oh, actually, yeah. I'm gonna take a quick look around. Is there an internal intercom system in Reach?
Yeah, every room has at the by the door some sort of comm unit.
All right. I tested his work. Hello, testing. Anybody hear me?
Yes.
Rye, you're last, but you are at the comm, so if you want to respond, that's fine.
Yes.
All right. We want to get this thing in orbit around Pyramid Station Alpha.
Let's find out what's going on first.
All right, we're gonna go to Seeker.
Okay, Seeker is going to be heading towards the science room, computer room, whatever. What would that be called?
Whatever you want to call it. Give it a name.
Well, doesn't it have a name? Operations.
It's the operations room. We can
Yes.
call it that.
Okay. Yeah, he'd be heading towards the operations room. That camera and whatever is attached to it, if it has any sort of storage unit, in hand. And he is going to be taking a look around there.
So the camera, you do notice, while it was an attachment added to the armor after, it is bonded to the armor. So you can take the armor with you, but that's where the storage unit, everything is. Okay.
All right. Yeah. So I'll do that then. And did they already? Okay, they already looked at the computer, but I don't know that. So I'm going to check the computers in the operations room.
Sure.
Just to see what kind of functionality we have going on. What we
Make a
need
roll.
to do to get it set up. So, boop. Plus, oops.
Where is
20
Wrexham on this?
23.
You
Rex
come with
is
us?
no. Rex didn't go with anyone. He's still puttering around in the lounge area. He's closest to Miller out of anyone, and possibly Brawl, because Brawl is kind of sitting by the airlock area. So with your search, you get the computer going. You notice that a lot of the systems are they're off to you, but you actually realize that they're just custom components that could be added. And you realize pretty quickly after navigating the computer system, it's not so much that it's broken, it's brand new. Everything is brand new, and it seems to be highly customizable.
Ooh, very nice.
Can I make another announcement on the intercom?
Yes.
Can I make one?
All right.
I'm gonna go with Miller first. Miller.
He pushes the button and says, "Hey, cuz, can I get you down in the engineering room? I might need your muscle."
Do I have anything next to me by the
Yeah,
airlock?
the airlock does have intercoms next to it. Every single door basically has intercom next to it.
Okay.
So now it's an airlock.
It is. I said it has like a small airlock. You have to have something so that when you happen to accidentally open in space or for whatever reason, you don't goddamn vent everything. It's small.
I can come down there, but I've got to watch the door too. What's more important?
We're floating.
I hit the intercom. Go be muscle.
Okay.
That doesn't clarify.
Before it really didn't do anything.
Go be village muscle.
Do I still hear anything on like the outside of the ship before I make my way downtown?
As you think it, you hear 3 more clangs. Clang, clang, clang.
We still got some noise out here.
All right, once we're clear, come on back.
So I'll suggest. So why don't we have him retreat to the next door and close the second airlock door? Because I imagine there'll be some type of.
Oh, I'm sorry, Michael. I didn't understand what your intention was. I'm with you. Please keep going.
So shut the second door so that we'll have a door between.
Like this here. I'm pinging it, but it seems like, yeah.
So in the midship, there is a small little airlock area in between where you get into the main hallway of the middle of the ship. And yeah, there are 2 doors that like you could have like a little bit of a room that they enter into and lock the door into the hallway. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I want to do that, and then when he enters, assuming he enters and we decide he is hostile, which I'm sure is probably the case, lock the other door, and then when we finally do get into space, we open up the outside one and everything in there would get jettisoned out.
I very much enjoy the idea of sending people out into space. but we might be able to just ask who it is over the intercom. Outro com? Telephone?
While you're looking at it, is it capable?
Can I communicate outwardly from this boat, Game Master? Or Rex?
Rex isn't with you. Rex is kind of just chilling because no one talked to him.
Okay, so
But in terms of, is there like a comm system on the exterior of the ship? No, that option is disabled.
Okay.
Justin, what were you guys?
Is the guy actually outside, or the person, whatever it is? I don't know. Are they actually outside, or are they like inside the first airlock or something?
No, that's
No.
where I am.
Okay. All right. Anyways, I come over the speaker.
Technically, I only said that to, what is it, Reich.
Ooh, everybody! This girl's new. She's got all new software in here. So I think we're all set to go in the.
We got someone else on the ship?
No, the ship itself.
Oh.
Yeah. So we're all set on the office operations room. So I'm going to try to turn on our shields.
Not sure how shields function in an interior, but I will say that they turn on just fine.
Ooh, okay. So, do you still hear the knocking?
Just
The
hear,
knock is not coming quite that frequently, but I don't think shields have any sort of effect like that.
I would imagine that you wouldn't be able to.
I'd have to
through
look in. I'd have to look specifically on until they work, but I think they give you a perimeter. I don't think they're hugging your ship.
Okay. Rex, I'm assuming you understand I'm going over the intercom here.
I got you.
Rex, how sturdy are those AirPod doors?
Airlock doors?
Thank you.
Very sturdy, I assume.
Okay. Mike, was that your idea?
Yes.
I very much like that idea.
Make sure Brawl retreats in before you do it.
Speaking
The
of Brawl,
rope-
it's your turn.
I was going to say, Rex is kind of literal.
All right. Just more of a flavor question here. How
Yep.
large is the? It's a Doshko. That the proper?
Yeah, the Doshko.
Okay.
What's your question?
How large is it?
It's large, and it literally has the unwieldy attribute.
Is it in charge though?
I don't understand. Oh god.
Is it large and in charge? Okay, Brawl whips out his Doshko. No, okay. So
Literally
just because I'm trying to get like
everyone.
a visual of how large this Doshko is, as like in comparison to Brawl, as he's trying to like carry this throughout the ship.
So in terms of like the vest that was wielding it, actually, you know what? Let's look at the Starfinder cover, and let's go with that. 'Cause that's kind of what it looks like. Let me
It
just grab
seems
that.
at least 6 feet long.
I think it's bigger than the vest. You know what? That doesn't look like probably about the same height as the vest, and we'll say the vest was
6 or
probably a
7
good
feet.
6 feet. So
Awesome.
yeah,
Awesome.
you're about how tall? What, 3 feet?
Roughly.
It's roughly 2 of you.
Awesome.
Oh, I keep forgetting you're a little guy.
Nice. Okay. Well, then I'm going to retreat back further into the ship to go assist Miller.
Okay, so you're going to go deeper into Miller. You're going to abandon your post otherwise. What?
It's always Nick. It's always Nick. Well,
What did
except
Nick
for when
do?
it was. Never mind.
Going deeper into Miller.
Yep.
Oh. All right. As you do your thing, okay, so
Miller.
that's fine. Miller, what do you want? Do you have something specific for Brawl to do?
Not yet.
Okay.
But I'm sure I will.
So I have a question for Brawl only, and you're the only one who can answer this.
Okay.
The armor is off the vest. Where did you leave the body?
That would be in the same area where we all met up.
Okay, so it was in the lounge area.
Yeah, so I did not move it from there.
My question was if it was in the airlock or not. Okay, that's fine.
Oh, no.
Um,
So it would be the lounge.
Bry, it's officially your turn while Brawl goes and hangs out with Miller.
Okay, I announce the intentions that our wonderful pilot had. And I ask everyone to prepare themselves in case things go down, and that we're going to be moving shortly.
Anyone
And
have any
then-
responses to that? Okay, negative.
I'm ready.
Keep going.
I'm good.
Okay,
All systems
So-
are go here.
I communicate with Rex that we're going to open up the door to let on some guests, but it's very important that they stay contained within that area that we discussed, no matter what
Okay.
they say.
I hope they don't have a big gun. Whoosh, door opens.
What do you mean a big gun?
Oh, the door's not that big. It's much weaker than the exterior.
You said it was very strong.
The exterior.
Close the door.
The door closes. Krellis is inside your ship.
Which one was... Oh, fuck.
I thought we made sure he was
Oof.
dead.
Language. I'm sorry, what was that?
Didn't we make sure he was dead?
Krellis?
Oh, Krella. Oh, wrong one.
Not the
Krellis,
best.
for those who missed the episode, is a parent bounty hunter of some renown, wearing very large, full armor, and used a cannon-style handgun to execute at least 4 scavengers while the party fled.
Okay. I slap Zero on the back and say, "Go, go, go."
I do lift
We can skip the initiative for now. We'll be at the top of the order if I have to, but Zero, do you activate the ship?
I do, and I'll also suggest use the intercom to talk to him. He is locked there.
Well, no. That's what I'm saying is that Rex needs his communication software updated, because I was under the impression that he was going to get stuck in that AirPod, and now I'm being told no.
Well, the door's locked.
No.
He's
He has to destroy the
Yeah.
other door.
correct.
Which I'm sure he can do.
I'm sure he can too, but
As
Over the intercom, another voice opens up. And you know what? I lied. You just hear a click as the intercom opens for communication. And then it clicks out.
I click, hey friend.
I'd just love to say real quick that even though like this is Pat's current like mortal enemy, it's so great that he has to deal with this because right now he's our captain.
He kind of fell into that role naturally, which I like. In terms of who replies over the intercom, Rex's voice comes back. Hey, friend! I've got 2 friends now. Database updated.
Oh God, I'm not holding down the button. Turn to Zero and go, I hate this robot.
I turn on the intercom. But what about me, Rex? Or am I your
I have
third
3
friend?
friends.
Yay!
Sorry, I had a hard time telling you and the other one apart.
Hey now.
That one's racist.
Me too.
All right, so I hold down the button. Hey, Koresh.
Rex comes on. Database says that's probably Krellis, the bounty hunter famed on Pyramid Station Alpha for leaving no survivors.
I lean back over to Zero. I really, really hate this robot. And then I lean back. Corellis.
You get a response. This is in a modulated voice, which is distorted by some sort of voice distortion system, and it's very deep. And it says, "You have something that belongs to me."
Oh.
And that would be
1,500 credits.
hold on. We have sent out notifications that the warranties of the Hollow Watches are not being validated. We apologize for the inconvenience. However, this was a manufacturing error, not a marketing.
Hold on. Manufacturing error, my ass.
Can I mute engineering?
Yeah, you can.
I mute engineering.
For our viewers to know, this is part of the character backstories that you'll come in the interviews a little bit. Clearly, there's something going on between Rye and Miller.
The last thing here is, when I get up there, I'm gonna.
So yeah, that is the thing that I say.
The intercom clicks open, and what you hear is, you're pretty sure it's the sound of a gun being cocked. A large-sounding gun.
Ask him where he expected us, or that money was supposed to come from. Ask him if the Vesk was his employer.
Not a bad question. How's the ship looking as far as flight goes?
I forget. Did you actually activate the hover yet?
I was hoping
did.
he had.
Or I was supposed to have.
Okay, yeah. So, you guys feel a slight shudder before the we'll call them the inertial dampeners kick in, and you no longer feel it. However, the ship is successfully hovering.
Okay. Start going towards space, would you, buddy? Would you do that for me?
Yeah.
In terms of hovering, the viewport is before you guys. You see forward, straight ahead. We'll say, I don't know, a couple, probably about 2 miles off, but because it's so large, you can't tell. There is a gaping hole in the dome, which is partially why it's usually uninhabitable. So you guys are able to start moving towards that on hover mode.
Okay. I beat back over. I have no interest in having a quarrel with you, sir? Questioning because that's a modulated voice?
No response.
God damn.
He just clicks.
Raish, ask
Click.
him where. Ask him if the Vesk was the.
What was that?
Ask him if the Vesk was his employer.
Well, no, I was about to say, what is this 1,500 credits? Explain, please.
I was on a job. I expect to get paid.
That job being, help me out here.
Trade secret?
You expect payment without telling me what the payment is for.
The first round from the hand cannon is fired into the airlock door. You hear a resounding clang throughout the ship. You hear it from the command center. The door holds. I don't know if any of you can see it from there, but it's dead.
Maybe
Rex,
me,
Rex, who has not moved from his spot towards the airlock, says, "Ooh, that looks like it hurt."
Oh, God damn it. Okay. I'm going to make a diplomacy check. God help me.
Please get it to again.
Whoa. We can't give you money if everyone's dead and all fighting. Relax. Let's talk this out and figure it out.
I very often get my money from the dead after all the fighting. This is not a problem. The gun cocks again.
Personal comm unit to Miller.
Yep.
Any way that you can pump up that engine so that we get into space very quickly.
Faster than you bankrupted my business, buddy.
Do that now.
I'm going to say, probably in a personal communication, maybe we should give him the Vesk?
He wants money, not the...
Well, maybe there was a bounty on that head and he has no way of confirming that kill.
I very quickly say, nope.
It did
because
state a specific amount, and the comm unit from Krellis is to the ship wide.
well, also remember that I say no, that's not it, and the reason, as you'll maybe remember, is that the dead one referred to Krellis as being in his employ.
Yes, that's right. Yep.
So seeing
I
the
did
dead-
forget that was
Yeah, I
confirmed.
forgot that totally.
Nope, 100% confirmed.
Okay. I ask Brawl to check. Are credits like a thing on the body, on
sticks.
armor?
They're cred sticks, which come in variable amounts, and it's basically like a credit card.
Okay.
I guess more like a debit card.
So I beep over to Brawl. Brawl, check the armor. See if there is a very large sum of credits.
There's not a very large sum of credits.
You fucker's gonna die. Pardon my friend.
Technically, there's not. There is not. If I were to check it as it currently is, there is not.
Did you say that in character?
Did you
No.
take a large sum of credits?
I didn't say that in character.
I still think Rye might ask.
Beep. There are only 2,000.
Oh no!
Okay.
I also don't think he was smart enough to use the personal comms.
I'm actually not sure. That sounded like you used the intercom.
Me?
Yeah, did you
Yeah,
use the
well,
intercom?
that's why I thought we were talking through.
No.
No, everyone else is talking.
No.
through.
Whatever we were talking through, that's what I...
That's what we were
alright.
talking through now.
I'll allow the personal.
Well, I
comms,
still had to
that's
press a
fine.
button because that's apparently how we determined it worked. I don't know if that's how it actually worked. But...
The personal comm, not really. That's more of like
Okay.
a
so
cell
then,
phone communication. The
Yeah, okay.
intercom is the clicks.
Never mind the beep. I just talked.
Wait,
That's fine.
you guys found money? Are you planning on sharing?
Okay.
We
We
did shared.
Sure, a
I
little
see
bit.
how it is. Okay. I see
GM.
where I stand.
GM.
Yes, Pat.
I had previously done a culture check on Krellis that did reasonably well. Do I recall if he is a person that can be parlayed?
Definitely not.
He is not a person to be parlayed.
No, it's very much the reputation. Again, that's not necessarily a personal relationship, but the reputation is always gets the kill, always gets the money.
Okay.
In fact, I think that might be the tagline on the business card.
Not always in
On
that
it-
order, though.
On his business stick.
Business.
Like a cred stick.
Nope. 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 Nope.
Okay. Boop. No one has any interest of dying. How do you propose an exchange of credits from your former employer to you? That is not on this ship.
Clip comes in. Unfortunately, Scavenger, your reputation isn't high enough for me to trust you. I do not mind eliminating every person on this ship.
Zero's gonna pipe up and say, ask him if he'd be able to go through intermediary or something. Somebody
Well,
that you might respect.
That's what I was referring to in general, if there was any avenues.
I'm not leaving this ship without my money.
By the gods, I'll give him his money. Who has the stick?
You are able to adjust amounts on the sticks between different sticks. That's fine. So if you guys wanted to change it to exactly 1,500, that's fine.
Oh, that's all I needed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh! I thought
So
you said
since we're already in
15,000.
the air, and
No,
kind of if we
1,500.
open up that airlock, he will get sucked out, and in turn probably end up really angry at us because he's not.
You
gonna-
guys are not quite far enough. However, if Miller would like to make an overpower check with him, I would allow I would allow you guys to try and boost into space.
So I pipe up. I would rather give this guy his money right now and risk a shot in the face rather than getting hunted for the next forever.
I agree. I'll give him my half.
This,
Your half?
yeah, they were
of what
planning
we
on splitting it.
got. Of what we got from the
I got the kill, and I'm saying this over the intercom. I got the
Your
kill.
intercom is turned off still, Miller.
I'm sure I overrated.
Well, you're welcome for helping with everything else this whole entire time.
I will be the intermediary.
I mute.
A second round is fired into the door and echoes throughout the
I'm
ship.
gonna have to repair that. I would like to get this going now.
I
Alright,
mute
so
every-
every-
agrees to
I-
give up money because yeah.
Everyone basically, well, whoever has the money agreed to give up money. Tell him we will give him his money via some method when we get to.
I will give it to
Even
him.
more.
The dog.
Well, hey, we have 2,000. We can give you all that.
I hit a button and I try
Why?
to.
Why all of it?
None.
I just try to make a terrible noise to shut everybody up.
I need to hear the noise.
It sounds much like Dustin's regular talking voice.
Okay,
got
please
nothing.
mimic me. I'm looking forward to this. Let's do
I
it.
can't. I got nothing. It's a loud, squelchy, squeaky noise that comes over. I can't do high pitched voices or noises. I'm not capable of it.
Okay.
Manly.
Yeah, that's what you are.
And then say, okay, we're gonna give you the stick with 1,500 credits. You're gonna take the stick. You're gonna get off of our boat, please, sir.
Chip.
Question.
Long press for the click and then a D press.
Okay, so Rex, I hope is Rex near me?
Wait,
Or
who
is he
had the
still-
credits?
Rex is near the airlock.
Who had the credits?
Me and Brawl.
Okay, so back over the personal comm. Listen, you two. I don't care how you do it. I don't care. Give this man 1,500 credits.
I will give it to him.
I need you at the ready to overpower.
I mean, we're gonna die if he doesn't leave. We're going to die.
What do we need to do? We need to open up the what's it called?
The airlock
Just-
door. The dented as hell airlock door.
So
We can do
here
it
is
with like a kinetic hand. Just saying.
the idea that I like was Mike's, that we have the fallback option of blasting
Zeros.
this. Sorry, of blasting this this Jamoke out into space.
I will
Miller,
point out that if he's
only
as good
one.
a bounty hunter as he is, I'm sure he can survive out there. and get
Yeah.
back to the
That's
station.
fine, but he'd be off of the boat and we'd be alive.
And he's a bounty hunter.
And we'd be off, and he'd be off the boat and we'd be alive. The first thing I want to do, though, is to get one of you guys to give him the money. No, I just told you I need you in the engine room. You're in the engine room. Stay in the engine room. You're an engineer. It's in your nature.
Like I said, I might be able to open the lock with telekinesis.
Or we just have Rex open it.
Over the shipwide intercom, a gun cocks again.
All right, sorry guys, hold on. I just heard a loud thing in my house, and maybe dogs just got messed up. Give me a minute.
Okay. Pat left and now it
Did not.
Yes. it moved everything.
Oh,
What?
that monster.
He
Wait,
didn't leave though. He's still
he
here.
didn't leave. It's
No,
still there.
I know, but it got moved.
All right, adjust it. I'm actually gonna let this play out without Rye.
No, you're not.
Oh. What
damn
was it?
Oh, one of the dogs knocked over a fan. I just needed to make sure it wasn't hurt.
It's
How dare you penalize me for caring about my
the fan
dog?
or the dog?
Dog.
So, anyways, this part's getting cut, by the way. Yeah, so, wavy arms or whatever we do for cut stuff.
Thi-
Yeah.
They're calling you out for splitting the party too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I don't give a good goddamn at this point. Brawl, give the man the money.
Brawl, do you
Uh,
comply?
We got a person
I
on
go
computers,
to
we got a
Brawl
person
and give
on
him my
piloting.
card, my cred chip or whatever.
It's a little cred stick. Yep.
Cred stick.
Okay. Yeah. We'll. So Seeker. Half of the balance of what he wants, so we still make out with
So we make out.
a
that's
positive.
right.
So wait, I'm sorry. You're not giving him the full amount?
You are going to die.
100?
No. So we're giving him each half of the amount he wants. So we
yeah, I
both
figured
took
we-
1,000.
If we split it, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, all right. So you guys are keeping 250 between the both of you.
Yep.
Or for the both of you, I should say.
Obviously, to split between the rest of the party.
Obviously. Brawl, how do you approach the now dented-in airlock door? Inner airlock.
So now I got to go back right. I got to go right back to where I just was. So
Yep.
great.
Well,
Thanks, Captain.
that's where I was coming in. I can open the door with telekinesis.
Oh, okay. So
That's what I've been trying to say. We don't have to risk anybody getting
Seeker.
shot.
Stop saying and do.
How? All right.
you
Out of
open the
character.
door. I throw it in.
Out of character. I'm confused. You're gonna open up the lock with telekinesis and what? Float the disc to him?
We put the
No,
disc
I'll
on
toss
the
it in.
ground. Oh, okay. We put the
we gotcha.
put the
Fine.
disc on
I
the
don't care.
ground.
Just get it done. I don't care. You
No,
do
no.
you. You do you. I don't
you-
care.
Okay, let me
You
just
open
make
the
sure really
door.
quick.
I toss it in there. You close the door.
That would probably work too. Yes.
All right.
How are you guys doing it? I'm looking for an answer.
I don't give a
That's
shit.
how we're doing.
Brawl's there, so just do it the way Brawl said.
Brawl, what are you doing?
If Seeker opens the door, I'm gonna toss it in. We're gonna
really
have Seeker
quickly.
close the door again.
Okay, I can shut a mechanical door or lid and work simple buttons to open or close automated doors or trigger.
Or
alarm.
Rex just opens it and shuts
So-
it.
Yeah, I don't care. Just give him the goddamn stick.
So yeah, I'm
Give
going
him the
to-
stick.
So none of us are in line of sight when it happens. That's why I'm saying I will use psychokinetic hand to open the door.
No,
and
it's
then
wonderful
close
because
it.
we won't be
Dustin?
able to see if he
Instantly.
leaves or not.
Psycho, the Seeker uses his telekinesis, whatever,
Dustin.
opens the
Yep.
door, and Brawl.
Should I make a roll to see if I can land it in the door for flavor?
Yeah, you should. It's
All
just
right.
going to be a strength check with a DC 10.
Okay.
It's a big door, you're just throwing it. But if you roll a 1 like Rye, you're probably all going to die.
Don't roll one.
I'm literally watching roll
22!
Oh
I
shit!
get it in!
Oh,
So
I throw it right into his pocket somehow, off the side of the wall.
So you throw it. It pings off of the door frame and directly towards, not that you guys can see it, Krellis, who catches it without any issue perfectly. Very flawless. Krellis pockets it. I assume the door shuts.
Yes, I shut it instantly with.
Krellis unloads his third round into the door, creating a very loud clang, piercing the door, leaving like one of like the, so he opens up like with 2 panes. One of the panes now hanging ajar in its track. Krellis goes to the exterior airlock, hits the release, and jumps out of the ship.
See, I told you it would be a good idea.
I would have just given it to him. Now I have more to repair.
Or you would have been dead.
I don't care at this point.
I turn the volume of the intercom down very low, and I turn to 0. Please get us out of here.
I
Alright.
never stopped.
You guys are able to exit Pyramid Station Alpha, and you are now outside of the station. And to give you
Hey,
guys
we
an
did
idea
something!
of what that looks like on roll 20, this is a exploded view of the station. In the final art, we'll have like structures inside of the domes. But in terms of this is exploded, which is to say the 4 domes in the bottom level, which you guys are looking at, are actually in a square formation, one in each corner. I've laid them out in a line so you're able to see. This line connecting the dead dome, which is the dome with the obviously gape in its dome, to the other dome on the other end. That's to show that those two domes are connected despite not being clearly visible in this format. I'll name all the domes in the next edition too, but I was really rushing to get this done.
All right.
But this is how the station works. You guys are all on the bottom level. You guys have exited out of the gaping hole in the dead dome, and you're now at the exterior bottom level of Pyramid Station Alpha.
Right. Can I open up a comm system to Sal?
Yeah, you can use your personal comm for that.
All right. Miller to Sal.
Oi,
Hey, buddy. How's the kids? Plentiful?
too stinking many.
I hear you, guy. So, hey, I'm gonna upload what I got for the mission. You got my payment?
Yeah, you got my route?
I sure do.
All right, wait a second. Wasn't I paying you whatever you could carry?
You're paying me for the route, and you said I could keep whatever I carry.
All right. Fine. Yeah, come on back in, or if you got the route, you can just send it to me over the intrasphere.
Cool. And and you could wire me my payment?
I actually don't know how that works. We'll say yes for the sake of ease. I'm sure they have some sort of
Yeah.
Venmo, PayPal stand-in. Yeah.
But I also got a question for you.
Shoot, bud.
Do you know where I can get ships fixed on the Hush?
I mean, no repair crew is gonna really talk about your ship being repaired as long as you're doing it on, bottom level, Industrial 1, Industrial 2. There's no reports for that. You just gotta dock it somewhere they can get to.
All right. Do you know where I can secure a good, maybe not so known to the government dock?
Gods no. You know better than that. I don't truck with that.
Yeah. I figured I'd ask. Anywho, I'll send the route over to you shortly.
You got it. You'll get your payment.
All right. So, yep, sends it out.
Did I agree to a payment amount? I forget.
You did not.
We're going to give you a roll.
Payment is a sense of satisfaction.
Yeah, satisfaction as a scavenger.
You got 600 credits for that.
All right.
Dang.
That is a hefty payday.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently Sal was very happy with what you had procured.
Okay. All in a day's work. All right. Are we ending the stream right now or no? 10:30.
No, we
right?
got a half hour.
All right, cool. All right, so we should probably get ourselves into a dock and maybe pay some. Pay. You know what?
Zero's going to open up an intercom to Brawl. And
I was about to do the same thing.
Which station is Draenor on? Is that one of the ones with dock?
I believe he's on Industrial 2, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the one closest and connected to Dead Dome.
There are two that are close and connected to Dead Dome.
You are right. The one that's on the end, like this one here on the very end, that's going to be Factory Dome. Industrial Dome 2 is the other one.
All right. Do I have the ability to contact him? Draenor, that is.
He did not. He's more off the grid than that.
How about any of his lieutenants or anything like that?
Yeah, that's not really how he operates. He's not. He's an in-person kind of guy. It's safer that way.
What are you gonna tell him?
Well, I was gonna tell him we have the whole ship, and bring up that he can send his crews to come I assume take the useless robot. I assume that's probably one of the things he'll want.
That's not very nice.
You don't hear that.
I
Just
don't.
talk
I'm
about
just-
your own kind like that.
Ah.
That was an evil laugh.
But I'm gonna tell Brawl that I'm bringing us to his dome, and that's where we're gonna park the ship,
All right.
and we'll go from there.
Hopefully.
As far as
He won't attack us when we get there.
I don't see why he would. I mean, he's still gonna get what he asked for.
Okay, what I would like to do is establish a meeting in the lounge of the whole party, so that we're not relying on the intercom.
So we are in orbit then around Pyramid Station Alpha.
Yeah, since you guys haven't set a destination yet, yeah, you guys are just kind of hovering.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
So yeah, I call everyone to the lounge.
Miller walks into the lounge looking very, very pleased with himself.
I've still got my Doshko.
Yeah, Seeker joins, as he probably would.
Sounds fair.
All right, so everyone's there.
Yeah, Rex has joined as well.
Okay,
You know that robot you hate?
that was in the heat of the moment. Don't start singing. God damn it!
The moment.
Oh, that was like 3 of you. That's my own fault. I can't.
Not I.
I know you don't like music.
And it's Tuesday.
I don't understand. Oh, I do
Supernatural reference.
understand. I do understand.
So, once we have everybody together, it's like, okay, not the best, not the worst. We're alive. So there's that. Not bad.
You're welcome.
We've gone a little smoother. Could have had a little less chatter. Could have had a little more giving the man his money when I said to give the man the money. But that's fine. We'll work on that.
So,
Now we need to come up with a game plan for what we're going to
Already
do.
on it.
What?
I'm already on it.
What is your game plan?
I want to get this thing fixed up. This thing is pay dirt.
so I was intended to bring it to Industrial 2
Why?
because me and Brawl were hired to acquire whatever's on this ship. Not the ship itself, the ship we get to keep. But
Quick question, Zero.
yes,
Are you intentionally misinterpreting, or do you not exactly recall the terms of your deal?
he did not ask for the ship.
He asked for whatever was in Dead Dome, whatever crashed in Dead Dome.
That's not what he asked for. That might be what he intended, but that's not.
I have video recording saying exactly what he asked. And he did not specify what. He just wanted whatever was there. Now, if Zero is intentionally being misleading, that's okay.
No.
Otherwise, I would say Zero would probably know Dranar is not, you've had some previous interaction with, he's not the most stable of individuals. And he's violent. Very violent.
Oh, we can't hear you.
Oh, sorry, Michael. If you're talking, I do not hear anything.
No, I didn't say anything yet.
Oh, your mouth moved, so I assumed you were talking.
I just said because I was thinking.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it looks like the old crew might have up and took whatever they could.
So here's my thoughts on this.
There are, I would say there's some scrap throughout the unused rooms that could be potentially turned in for, like, some credits, some credit value there. Yeah.
I'm confident, and I
So-
took the job, that if we bring the ship back, he's going to take the ship from us.
That
Yeah,
sounds terrible.
I know.
Right?
I like this ship.
I do too. I want to fix it up. It's gonna be my baby.
There's a lot of really fun things I can do in the operation room.
We don't want to know what
Wait,
robots do with one another. You keep
I mean,
it to yourself.
if that's okay with you guys if I stay.
What you do while you're charging, I don't need to know.
Rex chimes in. I'm interested.
Oh, you can join too. That'll be fine.
Rex,
I'd like to take you apart too. Like to see how
Oh boy, me?
well, I mean, I've never taken apart an android.
Androids don't get taken apart. They are bioorganic as well.
I still haven't taken one apart.
I've seen it.
Yes.
It's not pretty.
Yes, Mr. Lashunta.
Reich is fine.
Yes, Reich.
Good.
Call a mouse.
Yes,
Real quick,
Mouse.
can you check? Don't call me Mouse.
Yes.
Good. Okay. Do you have any records of places where? Give me a list of places where we can repair this ship, preferably away from the military and away from the government.
I can do that.
Oh, I thought. Okay, and then I ask Miller if he has anything, and DM, I would like to make a culture check as well, except that's probably engineering, which I don't have.
No, give culture. Culture a little bit. I would give some information.
Culture is a trained skill.
I am trained in culture.
He's very
Oh,
trained.
okay.
I am very trained in culture. Roll 1d20 plus 7. I could have just done that. 19 in total.
So in some of your previous exploits, they have taken you through the spaceports. You know, Industrial 2 is a little bit less strict on reporting. Oftentimes, they just ask for a ship's name and possibly where it came from. That's really it. Sometimes they may ask you to disclose what's on the ship, but they don't really have too many searches. Zero, again, metagaming a little bit here, knows that this is mostly due to elements like Dranar, but not just Dranar, who have kind of made things a little bit easier on the spaceport through some financing. Industrial 1, much more above board, very standard reporting, which would be pretty quickly picked up on. Factory 1 has very particular entrances through space, like loading docks, basically. That is much more regulated, very, very regulated through the factory dome.
Okay. Rex, who previously owned the ship?
Checking database. Technically, no one.
Was it mid-transfer?
That's a pleasant way to put it. I like that. Yes.
From who to whom?
I don't really have records on from whom and to whom. I presume were the people who stole it from the first whom that then ejected in the escape pods.
And you said this thing doesn't have a name?
It has a designation number similar to me. It is GX001. The prior crew never got around to naming it, which is why I'm not sure they ever owned it.
I will name it the Vixen X01.
Error. Naming needs to be group consensus, and as of now, crew counts
We need a name.
six individuals.
6. Does that
6?
include you?
Yes. I named
Oh.
myself claiming ownership.
I thought that the
I
wait.
was the only crew.
Okay. Okay, so first matter of business is getting this out of where we are to someplace safe. I don't want to give up this ship.
Hey, how about this, guys?
It
We,
is absolutely nah.
We take
I don't
out-
want to give up that. I'm talking here. I don't want to give up the ship unless we get to the point where that is absolutely necessary and our lives are on the line, because there is something in this ship worth a lot of money, and I want to find out what that is.
Oh, me.
You are not worth that much money.
Oh,
So
well, I do have a bounty on my head. Or
You have a bounty
a
on your head?
warrant, at least.
Why doesn't anybody tell me these things?
I guess because you never asked.
That's a good point, Brawl. You almost got us killed. Just saying.
Me?
Just a heads up.
What did I do?
You took all
Rex
the money
looks
and then you
over-
didn't tell us about it.
I didn't take all of it. I took half.
How much did that leave for the rest of us?
Oh, it was
No,
my
I-
intention to
Nothing.
split it up once we got here, but I figured we wouldn't want to keep it all in one spot when we first got it, right, bro? I mean, that's what I thought you
Right.
were going for with it.
So did you give everything to?
No, I'm going with they gave 1,500.
I want to do
No, I
a
was
sense.
asking them
Oh, sorry.
if they gave him everything.
No,
That's a good question. I apologize.
Did you give him the full 1,500?
We gave him the full 1,500.
Okay. I wanted to do a sense motive check against both.
Wait. I think Zero. Did you ask in character? Did you give them everything?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
and they just said they gave him the full 1,500.
So
I
that
just-
was specifically due to Rye's question.
I'm doing a sense motive check to see if Seeker and Brawl are being honest.
Seeker and Brawl, I guess that would be a counter check, I
I
guess.
am not lying, so
I'm
therefore,
not, nor am I.
That's
so.
Well,
You
so
just
what I'm
would
going
probably
to
get
say
it.
is you're going to roll bluff, I guess, or you can intentionally fail the bluff.
I
Well, no.
failed bluff.
If they're saying they're not bluffing, then that's valid. I don't have to make the check.
Well, if Brawl doesn't
It
want
can-
to give you the benefit of that, he can make you roll.
I rolled a 20. So
And now you just won't know if he's lying or not, whether or not he's telling the truth, which there is still some value to that. Now, Seeker, I'm just going to
Wow,
say
2 nat
fails the
20s
check,
for me.
so you know you feel confident in Seeker's answers. Now, please roll sense motive against Brawl.
Okay, it is 14 plus 5, so 19.
You're not sure about Brawl.
Okay, fair enough.
You don't know that he's telling the truth. You don't know that he's being completely honest. You just don't have any kind of. You're not able to get a good motive from him yet.
Okay, so I turn to Miller. If you were looking to get this repaired, where would you go?
There's a number of places. I would probably start at probably Industrial 2. I know that they won't check. We just need a name. We can't get far otherwise.
Okay. For out of game purposes,
Mhm.
and to not spend the next 15 minutes arguing on camera about it, we should probably reserve the name for the next episode.
Then I need you guys to have a fake name for customs.
Ooh, how about the super wonderful, awesome, best ship ever?
You could just call it the Vixen.
Sabshi.
Why can't we just?
Ooh, I like that. Subshi.
Give it a little
Okay.
bit of a foreign flair.
Sabshi will
Super
be
awesome, wonderful, best ship ever. Sabshi.
Sabshi will be the name you give customs. You will have to deal with that later because you're giving a fake name and your ship's going to probably be coming back. That's fine. You guys will just have to deal with that. And by next episode, I want you guys to have all come to a group consensus on an official ship name if you guys are staying together as a group, which you have not necessarily confirmed.
I was going to ask, are you all okay with me staying aboard?
I had no
Rex
problem.
chimes in. Yeah, that's great.
Ah, I feel so welcomed.
I would like to have this day over with. I just want a nap. He turns to both Zero and Brawl and he says, Zero and Brawl. Now your employer says everything that might have come from the ship. How about we just rip some of the furniture up from here, stuff that is inconsequential, and you call it a day.
He doesn't know
as
that.
far as- exactly. He does not know that it is that the. I mean, as far as you know, this ship is nothing but just chunks of metal.
Very true.
I'm not too familiar with the guy.
He's not familiar with you either.
If he finds out we're lying, he will come after us.
And we'll have a ship and we'll be far away.
I'm just giving you the warning. He is probably as dangerous as what is it? Well, probably not quite as
I
dangerous.
doubt it.
But he's probably not someone we should mess with intentionally.
That's all right. Actually, that brings me to another point. I shot a guy through the neck today. I think we should kind of get rid of the body. My suggestion is just throw him in the back burners. Incinerate. No trace.
The engines don't work like that at all.
Yeah.
Also, might I add
It's
that
not really,
These are
really,
not
really,
combustion
really hot.
engines.
It's still not really, really, really hot.
Out of the if you're going to the thrusters, like exterior of the ship, yeah, you could nuke them that way.
Yeah.
However, while the ship is driving, there's not like a furnace you can chuck them in.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Just
we don't have like a
strap them to the big engines in the back.
we don't
We
have
could
like a
space
trash
him out the
incinerator?
airlock.
We don't have
The
like a
other
trash-
airlock.
No, you don't have a trash incinerator.
That's kind of
We can space him
That
out
was
the
good.
second airlock.
Yeah, we can do the zero tactic.
But might I
Got
add
'em-
that that was your job? That was not our job to bring anybody a spaceship. Just saying.
It's true too, and I kind of like it here. Better than my last home.
Listen, I'm one who can roll with the punches. You know that. I'm just concerned about this guy.
Oh, is that why they call you Brawl? I had no idea.
All right. Well,
GM
I mean,
is looking
technically,
for
you're not
a
wrong.
final decision on the corpse, the naked Vesk.
So wait, how do we get rid of trash? I thought usually in spaceships on stuff, don't they usually have like a...
oh,
You take all the trash into a big trash bag, and when you've landed in a port, you bring it off of the port and you put it somewhere, or you dump it into space, into a sun, through like the cargo area.
Okay,
Seems
Dustin,
like-
are you saying that there is no incineration option?
100%. Well, if you park, put them behind the ship, and turn the engines on,
And
yeah,
we're-
you could
we're
ignite
already-
them. Basically, they'd get
Tie 'em
sucked
up with the
into
chain.
engine, but that would be effective.
Okay, and we're already out in the vest.
Yes,
So
you're in space.
Just dump it.
it's fine by
I
me.
don't
Otherwise,
dump
just go
it.
back into the dead zone, park, run around, drop. Just dump it.
Does that
What's
okay?
the worst
So,
that could happen. Foreshadowing.
Rye, do you physically do the thing, or do you make sure someone else does the thing?
Oh, I don't physically do things.
Does anyone do what Rye is asking?
I'm not strong enough to.
Brawl's really strong.
I take
I
care
just
of it.
I just do things for the computers, so
Brawl loads into
I
Brawl,
agree with him,
confirm,
so I'm
which
just gonna
airlock
go
are you
for it.
using, Brawl? Just to confirm.
The second one, the one
Okay.
that doesn't have the panels falling
Uh,
off, because I remembered and took note of that.
Brawl carries body, still refusing to let go of the Doshko. Chuck's body into the airlock, closes, out exterior airlock door opens, body is jettisoned. It immediately starts getting pulled towards pistol, which exerts its own gravity.
So
I didn't think
that's
about
what I
that much.
figured. I was
Miller kind of just watches the whole thing, and as Brawl comes in, he's like, that probably would have been a lot easier if you put that weapon down.
Yeah, I like it.
I mean, it looks good on you. I ain't gonna lie. Can you?
I was going to pipe up about the gravity, but it seemed like you know what you were talking about, but you didn't.
Well, I mean, they're gonna have a hell of a time picking up all the bodies that were floating around there, anyways. Just add to the group.
that's
Miller
true.
has made a good point, and this harkens back to an earlier episode where the scavengers, on their rush to get to Dead Dome, did have some altercations on the exterior of the station. The Vesk is likely not the only corpse floating into and against the station, at least in recent memory.
Plus,
I will
he's
say
got
that
no
is
I,
a normal occurrence.
So
he's got no identifiers on him.
yeah, you
Yeah,
guys
we have 7 minutes left. I requests that we set course for Industrial.
Yes.
You guys are heading for Industrial 2, and as you
Ooh.
get there with your really, really shitty maneuvering, your
Wait,
intercom.
Wait. I got something important. Who has the camera that was
I
on the
do.
guy's body?
I do.
We should take a look at that if we can.
I was going to do that once we had some free time. to
I
do so.
agree.
How long is it going to take us to get over to the next dome?
Not that long. Not that long.
Can we
You guys have
review
been
the
more or
David
less
process?
drifting towards the next dome anyway, so you're about there. And over the ship's communication system in the command room, is that called the command room? Whatever, the bridge. It chirps into Rye's seat, and it says, I guess that you guys can denote who's going to do communications. For now, we'll say it's Rye's seat, but if you guys switch it up later, that's totally fine. And it chirps up, and it says, hey, this is, we got Industrial 2 port control. My name is Patrick. I'm new.
God.
If you guys wouldn't mind just bearing with me, I'll help you guys get in here. Could you please give me the name of your ship?
Oh, I hate
Pat's going to talk to himself.
so much.
I think it could sound like Dustin.
Sir, yes, sir. This is the sob sheet coming in for landing.
Could you spell that?
S as in Sabshi, A as in Abshi, B as in Bashi, S as in she, H as in he, E as in E, Sabshi.
I like the sound of that. That's nice. All right, what are you guys bringing into Pyramid Station Alpha today? I'm going to repeat that in case I wasn't clear. What is your cargo?
Boop.
None.
Hold on. Let me think.
I am holding on.
I let go of the button. Do I recall seeing anything of value on the boat while I was walking around? For example, sheets, bedding, mattresses, things that we can sell.
Yeah, there are some cots and some scrap. We'll call it scrap metal is what we'll call it.
Can we just tell them that we're in for repair?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
This is right.
We have actually not much. We lost our. We had a bit of an oopsie, and had to jettison most of our stuff. We still have some raw materials and a couple cots, and things of that nature to scrap sale. But we're mostly here to fix up our ship.
Do you mean to say you are a passenger ship? I'm a little confused. I only got 4 options on this sheet. I got passenger. I got cargo with specific material. I've got military vessel, which you ain't. And then I got other, but that don't work real well.
Boop. Why don't that work no good?
I don't understand it. The other 3 seem pretty explicit.
Boop. If you put down other, you can put repair next to it, and that'd be about the most accurate thing that you can do.
All right. Other it is. That half-orc fella gonna be real mad, but that's okay.
Boop. Actually, you know what? Cargo sounds great. Cargo sounds wonderful. Just scrap materials. Scrap materials. You know what? I wasn't thinking about how difficult your day gonna be. You can just go ahead and just go ahead, do that cargo. That sounds wonderful, Patrick. Also, I love your name.
Scrap. Cargo, scrap. All right, that's mighty kind. Thank you. And lastly, where is your port of origin? I'm sorry if that was not clear. Let me rephrase. Where did you guys come from prior to coming to Pyramid Station Alpha?
Have I done any? You know what? I would like to draw back a cultural check on a play that I once did before I got here, back on my home planet, where
What is your home planet?
it's Abadar. It's where. Oh nope, that's my deity. It's Castrovel. It's the basic
Yep,
Lashunta thing.
yep.
So I would like to go back and think about when I was playing a character from a ragtag group of space merchants coming from nowhere that went on to do big things.
So meanwhile, Miller's just laughing his ass off because he clearly knows that no one's ever done this before.
All right, so you're doing like a culture check,
I guess
and you're trying to figure out a name of a location to give from this play.
one that would be unassuming.
Okay.
Is Miller on the bridge with you?
I'll leave
I
that
don't
up to Miller.
I would say so. Yeah. Yeah. No. Never mind. No, he's in the engineering because he has to.
Boop, too late. Rolled a 10.
10. Castro Val. All right, thank you. I thought you sounded like a Lashunta. I'm glad I was right. Wait, you are a Lashunta, right?
Boop. That's amazing.
I knew it. I am totally going to nail this job. All right. That's all I got on this sheet. I don't think they want me to use that other sheet. Hold on. Ooh. Do you guys have any weapons? Sorry, I got to report that one out. We had a bit of an issue with some stuff. Let me rephrase that. So it's not clear.
Quickly, would I be able to... Am I hearing any of this at all over the loudspeaker?
I'd say you would. It's not in the loudspeaker, but
Or-
I'd say you're probably near the bridge. The guy's going to rephrase anyways, but he's going to say, specifically, does your ship have any armaments that are not obvious? I'm not seeing any, but I need to make sure. I need to list them.
Boop.
Armaments are things that cause damage to other things. Missiles, lasers.
Boop. Just a cargo ship, not a boom boom ship.
And what were you going to say,
I was
J-Man?
gonna say, can I do like a diagnostics check to see if we actually do have any weapons on
Please
board
do.
at the moment?
Please do.
Yeah.
But you already told him we didn't.
I know.
That's fine. Do it.
Yeah. So
Give me a, you know what, you have access to the computers. You're
Yep.
going to look if you have any weapons?
yeah.
Let me take a think. Let me see. How is this going to work out?
Because I was operating under the assumption of no, because I was told there are turrets, except there are no turrets.
Well, there are a number of weapon systems slots, none of which are occupied.
Okay.
So I stand correct, not corrected. Boom.
Yeah,
Get at
you are
So
correct.
as far as I know, too, from doing a full diagnostics check on weapon systems, we do not have any.
Yeah, you've got certain emplacements that can be utilized, but as of right now, the ship did not seem to come with them.
Okay.
Rex in the background says, I already said there was no security systems. Oh god, I'm taking the wrong voice. I already said there's no security systems. I don't understand why you guys keep asking. All right, and Patrick, you hear some like ding on his end. All right, you guys look good. You're gonna park over in dock 4A, and you guys have how long is your stay so I can mark that down?
Is there any type of charge?
Charge? No, not for industrial docking. If you were, actually, I lied. You guys will have a bit of a charge because you guys are a cargo ship. Yeah.
Boop.
You'll get those for docking fees when you try to leave, though.
We're basically just looking to get repaired and out, in and out. We're not going to be long at all.
Not long at all is not an option on my sheet.
I'm going.
Are we allowed to give a range? Whoa. And then I realized that my voice slipped it out of character. Excuse me. We allowed to give a range?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Numbers, though, please. Let me explain. Numbers, preferably in using zeros through nines, because 10 already has a zero. So yeah, 0 through 9 in any combination you need.
I turn it down. I point to be like, how long do you think this is going to take to repair? This is killing me.
That would be to Miller.
That'd be to Miller.
Miller, give me an engineering check.
Chris, you're muted.
All right. 23.
Your biggest obstacle is finding someone to repair.
Mhm.
Following that, it shouldn't take more than a day.
All right. Well, once we find a guy to repair, it shouldn't take too long, but that's going to be the issue. We got to find someone to repair it. Probably have to pay him a good sum of money, so we'll probably have to do some odd jobs here and there. I'd say I don't know, week to 10 days.
7 to 10 days, boss.
Done. I have marked that in. Just so you guys know, there will be a fee when you guys go to leave Pyramid Station Alpha. If you guys are unable to pay the fee, we will take your ship. Oh, I'm sorry. It says I'm supposed to say that nicer. Well, I said it with a smile.
How much is the fees?
I have no idea. Sorry, that's handled by the dockmaster, but he's not there on account of... Never mind. He's not there.
Who's the dock master? Oh wait, I'm not in the bridge.
I slowly turn and look at the back of Zero's head and just shake my head.
You guys are free to dock. You have docked in A.
Grow up, Chris.
I think I said A4. Or was that D4? A4?
A4.
A4. Okay, you guys are docked on
B4.
B4.
4B. 4B.
4B? Okay,
after.
4B.
B for you.
You guys have docked on 4B, and we are going to wrap it up there in terms of role-playing, and then some what to expect for next session. I need an official ship name from you guys as a group. It cannot be Sabshi.
Oh, I actually kind of like Sabshi now.
This name...
It does have a nice ring to it.
It sounds kind of like exotic.
This name
Sabshi.
will be how I refer to your group in the future. You will be the crew of. When I talk about things on like social media, come follow the crew of, certainly not the Sabshi, yada yada. So you guys need to come with that name, and you guys do need to come with like a half-assed reason as to why you guys are staying together as a party.
I'm saying
If you guys
with
choose to split up, I'm going to kill whomever split up, and you will re-roll a character.
Yeah, Patrick.
Or they can be written off. If you guys did not like your character for this introductory session, we'll consider this like the entrance to the vault, or the exit of the vault in Fallout. If you guys did not like this character, you can retire them, and you can roll another character who will be unrelated to the incident on the Infinitum. Will not have any of the background stuff we did for backstories. That's okay. And I already have a couple of soft introductions for spare characters. I do expect people to die over time, so this would be an instance. So if you guys do decide to re-roll, that's a thing. We can have that. You'll just split off the ship. Otherwise, for next time, you guys have to find someone to repair your ship, some way to afford such repairs, and you should probably, for Rye and Seeker, you guys should probably look into some contact with your detective friend, who is the reason why you went there. And for Brawl and Zero, you guys should probably think of something to do about Dranar, half-breed.
Half orc.
He is a half. Oh, is it half orc? He might be actually.
It's Dranar half orc.
I'm sorry, it's Dranar half orc, and his gang is called the half breeds. That's right. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, thank you. Sorry about that. Yep, Dranar half orc. Perfect. Okay. Do you guys have any questions? Oh, I'll also give you some basic ship specs. Basically, this is going to be the most customizable ship you guys can think of. The only thing is I think it has to be a medium-sized ship, but we'll talk about that later. Any
No questions from me.
Okay.
I'm good.
Good for now.
I'm good.
All right. For our viewers, we will have, I believe, a brief never split the after party after the session. For everyone else, just remember, please never split the party.
Yeah, Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick.
Yeah, Pat.
Fine.
All right, and J-Man, if you want to stop the recording there, we are good to go.
Well,